Yo, what is up, you guys? It is your boy Frosty Gaming here. That was a terrible shot. My whole freaking channel is just terrible cancer. But yeah, this is going to be a story about me and my friends, you know, going to an abandoned place, getting freaked out. It wasn't recently, but it also wasn't far away, like a long time ago. It was like a couple months ago, like 7 or 8 months ago. There's an abandoned house in my neighborhood, which is still abandoned. It's been abandoned for around 13 years now. So nobody's lived in. Story goes, it used to be like a drug dealer's place, and story goes he killed himself in the house, whatever. Me and my friend, I told my friend about it, and I'm like, dude, we need to check it out, you know, because, like, you know, me being me, I want to check out everything abandoned and all the creepy and everything. He's like, nah, dude, somebody killed himself in the house. It could be haunted. Plus, it was drug dealers. Somebody could still be there. I'm like, nah, dude, it's fine. This place has been abandoned for 13 years. And I finally was able to get him to give in to peer pressure. I sound like a dick. I'm just going to say his name was Marcus, okay? Marcus, you know who you are. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, bruh. I really gave you a choice. You didn't have to follow through. You just could have turned around and left and ignore all the names I would have called you. But Marcus, you know who you are. Your name's not really Marcus. Sorry, bruh. But yeah, so we went in and we were just chilling around. We were just walking around the place. And I went into the kitchen area. They still had the stove, fridge, and everything was there. The fridge had like a freaking box of, I didn't want to open it. It smelled terrible. It smelled like a freaking box of romaine noodles that they pulled out of like a freaking dead guy's butthole. But the dead guy was pulled out of a dead horse's butt. I don't even know. Otherwise, in any words, it smelled bad. Okay, it was just bad smell. So I closed the fridge. I'm like, no. And we were just chilling around like the living room and stuff. They had no furniture. It was blank, so we were just sitting there. And I get a text from my friend saying, hey, yo, where are you? I got something for you. And I'm like, I'm at the house. He's like, what house? I'm like, the abandoned house. He's like, alright. So my friend comes over. He brings over like a box of pizza. Like, he's like, he got me pizza. I'm like, nah, I don't want to eat this right now. I don't want pizza in this abandoned house. He's like, alright. And then he left. So that was probably not really needed, but whatever. It's part of the story. So he left, and then I was still sitting with my other friend in this place. And I was just chilling. We were just chilling. We were playing freaking Pokemon cards, because, you know, that's what we do. We play Pokemon cards. This was before Pokemon Go came out, so, yep. Exactly. Sorry, my throat hurts, so I don't feel well. But, so yeah, we were just chilling, and then my friend, Marcus, again, you know who you are, bro, decides to get that idea. It's not a good idea, but at the time it seems fun. So we go upstairs. This is like a 2-story house. So we go upstairs. We're just chilling. And we left the biggest bedroom for last because we thought there would be something lit in there. So we find stuff. We find like a bunch of empty freaking bags. And like you can just smell the freaking marijuana. Like, I don't even, like, I know what it smells like. I've never been around it. I've never seen it. But it's just a smell that you know. You can pinpoint, like, oh, this is weed. And it just really smelled like weed in there. And so, like, we didn't care, because we've been to Warped Tour, and it smells like weed at Warped Tour. But yeah, so it smells like weed at Warped Tour. So we were there, so we were familiar with the smell of weed. We weren't phased by it. And so yeah, we're just chilling. We find empty little cigar bump thingies, whatever the hell they're called. I don't know. Little, and also chewing, spitting tobacco cans, empty. Freaking skull was there. And yeah, so we got there. We got like out of the little one room, and then we're just like, nah. And we decided to call it quits early. So the final room we visited was the biggest room. We walk in. There's like, it's so hard to explain, but there was literally like, it looked like a blood splatter on the back of the wall. I'm like, yo, like, they haven't cleaned this up already, dude. Like, bruh, they haven't cleaned it up already. And I was like, this ain't right, but I'm scared, bruh. And you know, at that time I was kind of scared because I thought the rumors were false about the guy killing himself, but then there's a blood splatter on the back of the wall. So that was not really helping the fact that we were in an abandoned house. And then we were just chilling up there, and you know, we didn't even think, but we left the blinds open so the people in the homeowners association, people who drive around in go-karts and stuff, could see right into the window. Like, they literally, this guy came by in a go-kart, thought he saw something, stopped, reversed, looked us dead in the window, and just stopped, just staring at us. Like, we locked eyes for a couple moments, nothing weird like that, but like we were just staring at each other. He goes and like starts speaking into his freaking into his little walkie-talkie. They have little walkie-talkie things, and like, I know it's not good, like, nah. So he leaves, like he drives off, and I'm like, alright, now's our chance to make a break for it. Me and my friend run out, and I go through the, oh, look at how terrible that was, 1 kill, 5 deaths. I go through the gate, and my friend goes through the gate. We were running, and somehow we got in like the middle of nowhere in this neighborhood of ours, and so we're just like, shit. So I didn't want to call my parents, so we were just walking around. Then we found this tree. I remember this tree perfectly. The tree had like a rope wrapped around the one big branch, and the rope was all dirty and mucky, so we knew that tree. And we used the rope as guidance like a while beforehand when the rope wasn't as gucky mucky as it looks now. So we used that rope as guidance. We got back to the place, and we just had lots of fun. Like, it's still abandoned. Like, I walk past it every day. It's still abandoned. And about the guy, I was out with my friend, and we were just chilling, and some HOAs people came up, and they're just like, I want to talk to you. I'm like, alright. And we talk about the abandoned town. I'm like, abandoned house. I'm like, oh, I just wanted to check it because it was abandoned. It looked cool. And he's like, this is trespassing. I'm like, I mean, I know that, but it was, you know, like, I wasn't gonna do anything. I wasn't gonna spray paint freaking dicks in it. He's like, no, and just like give me a hard time. I'm like, look, man, I'm sorry, it's just freaking, we're kids, we're freaking 14, okay, yeah, 14, deal with it. And we're 14, that's what we do. We go into places and stuff that we're not supposed to. That does not sound fucking right. That does not sound right at all. No, but yeah, that does sound good. But like, you know, we just don't really go into places that look cool. Okay, looks cool, like a mall. We can walk right into the mall. No money, doesn't matter. We walk into the mall. For Spencer's, no money, we'll just walk right into Spencer's. They're like, hi, welcome to Spencer's. Can we get you anything? I'm like, no, I have no money. I'm just looking. She's like, okay. It's lit. Oh, another story about Spencer's girl coming up soon. But I'm tired. The video's reaching around 9 minutes. I'm gonna end it here. I hope y'all enjoyed. And if y'all want more stories, hit me up with a like or a dislike. I want to hear your feedback. And a comment. And comment if you want to hear more stories. I'm gonna do more stories. I got a lot more stories. I'm not gonna turn it like a fucking story time channel like freaking Luna and Leafy and Pyrocynical and everybody else that does stuff like that. But like always, I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.